Other news worth telling you about today. The Prime Minister during the election campaign and since the election campaign has said that one of his many priorities, and you've got to imagine how full that plate is when you're running the country, but he wants to have not conversations but action and deal with the national scourge that is people who end up taking their own life. These numbers get bigger every single year, and it was part of a special summit today in Canberra. Gabrielle Power with that information for you.
A step in the right direction to combat this national crisis. Every year, more than 3,000 lives are lost in Australia to suicide. Today, more than 100 people with lived experience, community groups and mental health experts came together to help the government with their response. Health Minister Greg Hunt says every life lost to suicide is a tragedy. It creates a ripple effect that flows through families, friendship groups, schools, workplaces and communities. And some of the best people to be able to test ideas are people with lived experience. Earlier this year, Scott Morrison announced a goal of 0 suicides, tackling a rate that has been stubbornly high. The government is investing more than $500 million on a national suicide prevention effort. $375 million will be spent expanding youth mental health service, Headspace. Gabriella Power, Sky News.
It's hard to talk about, and sometimes people don't want to talk about it. It is so unbelievably sad and so unpleasant, but it's good to see that there was a bit of action being taken today. But obviously we need to move from words to actions. We need to move from actions to resilience, and we need to always make sure that people who get to that moment in their life never feel that alone. So as always, if you can see a mate who's starting to fall a little bit off the radar, please reach out to them. Do it tonight. You'll never know whether you're going to save somebody's life or not. It is that serious. Be it people who are at the end of their tether when it comes to drought, family breakdown, bullying at school, you name it. All sorts of things happen. People who are intensely sad after the person that they've loved their whole life has died, and then they think about taking their own life. It's something we should always talk about, always remember, and I'm pleased that it was national focus today.